good morning, good afternoon, wherever that you are. You're speaking to pop singer Jacqueline, a singer, songwriter, community psychologist, and a very, very, very passionate and lover of mental health, advocacy, awareness. And that is when I come to talk about Harmony of Minds. So, Harmony of Minds, just a small recap about its mental health initiative that brings about mental health awareness through the creative arts and creative industry. But again, at the same time, when we talk about the podcast, we're talking about stories, resilient stories, stories of struggle, stories of overcoming that are in the creative sector. And today we are having an amazing, amazing artist. He is an indie artist, poet. Like he has a very new, fresh vibe. Like it's like as if it's a new breeze that is coming onto the scene that I think I'm excited about as a creative and at the same time as a psychologist. I'm hoping that we are going to dive into this beautiful conversation that we are going to be having today because you need it and I need it as well. So let's dive in as we welcome Kezrod.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Yes, me too. I'm glad to be seeing you here. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah. Kezrod, born Joseph Montenegro Atema.
Wow.
I'm ethnically Ugandan on both sides, mom and dad.
Yes.
I've been in a number of places. Currently, what I'm doing with my life is primarily music, and to be specific, Afro indie or alternative pop. The common factor is it's guitar-oriented music, but it's a little bit light. It doesn't go all the way to rock music. It's just guitar-oriented pop. And I'm glad with how things are moving, but that's what I'm doing basically at this moment.
Oh, wow. What inspired the pop art and the Afro indie? Yes, what's the inspiration?
I think it's just the circumstances of my life. High school, different places I've been, friends that I've hung out with. It's come really naturally because of the context I've been in, schools, the art that I've consumed.
Yes.
So there was never a moment when I said, let me go for these exotic means of music. It just came naturally because I was surrounded by it.
Oh, so it was the environment
that
the
influenced
it.
Exactly.
Oh, well, how are Ugandans receiving it?
Well, they're receiving it well.
Wow.
I've performed in a number of places. I've had a Sofa Kampala session.
Oh,
and the people really, love the performance. I performed at World Music Day at Sheraton.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have performances almost weekly or bi-weekly. But they're receiving it well.
Wow, Kongs.
Thank you.
You see, like alternative music in Uganda is not like so receptive, and But how is it? Do you think now you're going to hit the mainstream? Does the mainstream need Kezrod?
They do need me, but to be honest with you, it's not my sustainability model.
Oh.
So I can survive without aiming for that.
Yes.
Because I've found that Kampala is very interesting. There's little pockets of culture. There's something for everyone.
Yes.
There's people making a living that you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like they're literally making a comfortable living, but they're not going mainstream.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because sometimes the challenge with going mainstream is you begin to fashion your art towards the crowd, and sometimes you lose yourself while doing that. So yeah, my aim, though I'd love to be received by the mainstream, is to do what I love in a sustainable way. And so far, I have an audience that's sustaining
That's
me.
sustainable.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, what inspires your songwriting?
My songwriting is mainly inspired by my hopes and frustrations, things that have thrilled me and things that have frustrated me.
Okay.
Because that's really where art comes from,
True.
the yearning of the human soul. What affects you, whether positively or negatively, really that's the source of my music. That's where it comes from.
Oh,
Yeah.
so is it like a form of therapy or just creativity? Just like, I need to do a song.
No. I mean, there's two angles to it.
Yeah.
There's the sustainability angle. Capitalism. You have to live and make money.
Yes.
So And then, but yeah, there's also a therapeutic angle in the sense I feel like for me it's existential really. If I was not doing music, it would be harder to maintain my sanity. I think, yeah.
Oh my goodness, talk about it. You know, like most creatives, they say that creatives are the most unhinged. You know, human beings. They struggle with processing, you know, emotions and everything. While other people that are not creative, all of us are creatives, you know, but there are those that don't tap into it because they know how to deal with all emotions. And you know, like creatives, personally, I can. It's easier for me to express, you know, happy, I'm excited. Let it be a sad one, like. That's when I isolate. And I've also met other creatives whereby they can easily express anger. And they cannot express joy, so they have to write, they have to go dance or something. And I think as creatives, it becomes like a therapeutic tool to us as well. But do you think even in Uganda right now, with how, you know, people are expressing themselves, the songs are a little bit, you know, like vulgar, I think I can say. Do you think it's influenced by the environment of the creatives, or people are just looking for just something that is trendy?
I think that the answer to that, at least according to me, is a little bit two-way. I think the world over, there's what they call bubblegum music, or music that addresses immediacy, immediate needs, human sensuality, you know, shake that thing and that kind of thing. That exists everywhere. And I think if you live in a capitalistic society, which is almost the world currently, people are going to look for the easiest way to make money. So that kind of music exists everywhere. But I also think it's the level on which we are on Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You know, you have the basic needs, and then as you go up, the self-actualization and stuff. As a society, we're living hand to mouth.
True.
And when you're living hand to mouth, you don't have time to over-philosophize or be too poetic, you know. That's a privilege, actually. So that's why you find that our music also correlates with where we are on the social hierarchy, you know. So people singing about basic things, you know. But also you find people singing about some profound things. I'll also like to say that categorization of profound and simple is also a bit simplistic. I think it's deep to also sing about someone looking beautiful. There's also a deepness to that. There's a depth to it. But I'd say the music that we have is a product of our social environment, our social needs. If you're living hand to mouth, you're going to sing that type of music.
Hand to mouth.
If you've lived a life that enables you to actualize yourself or think about the more profound aspects of your life, that's going to be the music that comes out. So it correlates with the kind of society we're in.
Actually, as you're telling me, I remember I saw a reel of Okello Okello. I don't know if you know that comedian.
I know him.
And then he was trying to push like a brand or something. And then they were telling the producer, you sing, oh my God, life is good, but then I'm suffering. What can I do? Then the producer was like, Okello, please sing. Don't. Why are you crying on the mic? But do you think like as creatives who are into like music, how do you think creatives are dealing with with that hand to mouth? How are they dealing with the stress of like no money, you know? But again, they have to hit the waves the right way. They have to go into the market. People want happy music. They want to hear you crying about, oh God, I don't have rent. So how do you think creatives are dealing with this? Or how
am I dealing with that? Okay, so I'll first address how people are dealing with it according to my observation. It seems people are finding ways to, because you can make music that's not necessarily happy, but that makes people happy, right? Like, for example, lyrics can be a little bit moody while the melody and the rhythm is a little bit, you know, up there. Or the other way is sometimes musicians are like mercenaries. They're handed a script or a song already written, and then they just add their talent to that. I've also seen people be metaphorical about what they're expressing. So they're saying one thing, but they're using allegories to express it or something like that. Some people also just have no formula and you know, they just go with what. Personally, one of the things that I do in my music is I never reference myself directly in my music, that I went and I did this. I don't tell stories of myself in my music. My lyrics are allegorical or metaphorical. In a sense, I use other things or other lyrical devices other than my own story. In that sense, it gives me some emotional distance in the music itself. So if I have to express some sad themes, it will be a little, it won't be direct or that kind of thing. So that's my approach.
Wow. You have, obviously been on global platforms and what have you. But have you found yourself in a situation whereby you need to conform to, something that...
So I the highest platform I've been on is my music was played in rotation on BBC.
Oh, wow.
Both radio. At the time I was living in Scotland. And the conforming that I had to do, really, I don't even feel bad about it. It was more like cultural and stuff. There's a particular kind of sound that was trending at the time, and I found myself, sort of having to fit into that. There are a few other social aspects, that come with living in a specific place.
Yes.
But I'd say it's not necessarily wrong to conform. It depends on what you're conforming to. And that's why you need a moral and convictional backbone. You need to know that, okay, I can go this far and I can't go beyond that. Because the demands keep on coming,
True.
Whether outright or, so I have my limits. There's things I would never do. But I've conformed to an extent. I'd say so.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. But what's your definition of peace?
Peace. I think my definition of peace is inner contentment, tranquility, being able to be sort of in a serene place internally, regardless of the chaos that surround you. It might not even be external. Sometimes externally, it might be chaotic because there's many things you can't control. But if you have a serenity within you, easier said than done. But if you have that, I think that's my definition of peace.
Wow. Peace is the absence of inner chaos. Wow. I love that.
Well, I'd say it perhaps not total absence, but a certain amount. Exactly.
Just have peace.
There's an aspect of that in that.
Okay, let's talk about what's there not to love.
Oh.
Let's dive into what's there not to love.
All right.
Okay, so you have just released, is it fresh music?
So what's there not to love about here? It came out earlier this year, but you could say it's relatively new.
True. It's like your baby right now. Wow. And I understand you're recording in studio. Was it supposed to be said?
No, it's okay. No, because I'm always recording. So that would be true whatever time you say it.
Whatever time. Okay. So you're recording and you're in studio, but can you talk about what's there not to love?
What's there not to love about here? What's there not to love about here is a very interesting song to me, because I can say I wrote it in 3 phases. It began coming to my mind while I was on an island. It's a small island on the Indian Ocean called Mauritius.
Okay, wow.
And Mauritius has a sister island called Reunion Island. I was there and it's so beautiful. But at the same time, I was going through a point in my life where there was a lot of chaos and certain decisions needed to be made.
Yes.
So the song is sort of like a contrast to me. So the question, what's there not to love about here, is both literal, like this is such a beautiful place. What's there not to love about here? Wow. But there's also an irony to it because of the other chaos that I was going through. So it's sort of like me speaking to myself and convincing myself or something of the sort. And also the place that's being referenced there, what's there not to love about here, is both physical. It could also be the space in your mind, where you are, like a journey you're going. And there or here is also relative, I've had people saying, well, you know, it's a Ugandan listening to that song.
Yes.
And there's a whole lot of stuff not to love about here. That's what someone was asking me. So how can that be
represent
what I'm going through?
Yes.
And I was telling them that that's the part where the metaphor comes in, because it could be a headspace in which you are, you know. True. But it's one of my favorite songs. I love it, and people love it. It has 11,000 streams on Spotify.
So
it's pretty cool.
Wow. Kongs.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So let's talk about your upcoming EP.
Yeah.
Worlds Yet to Be Conquered.
Yeah. So actually, I'd like to. So this is a very interesting thing. I was meant to release that EP. I was meant to release my upcoming EP.
Yes.
You know, in around two months prior to this. But a few things have changed. I've been taken up.
The bookings.
Yeah, I've been taken up by bookings.
Wow.
And I'm actually beginning on November 10th, well, earlier November 6th. I'm headed on my first European tour. Now I've been in Europe, but I've extensively lived in the UK, but it's not like I was a Ugandan who had gone to perform music in the UK. I was actually living there.
You're living there.
So this is my first experience to come from Uganda to go and perform music.
Ugandan is going to perform
as opposed to someone living there making music. I'm going to be going in a number of places. I'm beginning with Brussels in Belgium.
Oh, wow. Tap on that.
And it's a cool festival.
Wow.
It's called 50 Lab Festival. That's what I'm going to be doing at first. And then I'll go on to other venues. So I got a number of people who are supportive to me, who are going to be helpful to me. So I was about to release that upcoming EP, and then they were just like, no, chill. The issue is first make some music you're going to showcase, and then you'll release it once you come back.
Yes.
So yes, the process is still the same, but it's been put on hold. But I'm going to release some singles in the meanwhile, so that people don't forget me. You know, you have to keep on releasing.
Yeah. So people are not left hungry.
Yeah, left hungry.
Yes.
But it's the tour, and I'm excited about it. That's what.
Tell me about the excitement. Like, what's going through your mind? What are you thinking? What are you planning?
Okay, so funny thing.
Yes.
I've been in bands in Europe, and they long to have a European tour.
Yes.
Like they're in Europe, but they want to have a tour going around. So for me to be having that's a pretty cool thing.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. I love performing before people.
I know.
There are people who have performers anxiety. I have a little bit of nerves, but to be honest with you,
it's your safest place.
I love performing. I love the adoration from the audience. I love how people get excited. That's like my space.
Wow. So it's the stage makes you it makes you feel safe.
So
what do you feel?
So one of the things that enables me to perform is I have an alter ego.
Yes.
Like an alternate identity while I'm performing. It's as though I'm not me. I'm performing as someone else. So Kezrod is not my natural born name. My first name is Joseph. But when I'm performing, I use the name Kezrod because it's a character, and it helps me to sort of not be nervous, because why am I nervous if it's not me? This is Kezrod. This is not Joseph. You know what I mean?
So I'm actually, you talking about you having your alter ego, because some of the performances you see, there's a way you move your body and you're free and everything. How do you even process, these emotions out of your body for you to move and do all these notes? And
I'm gonna say something that might sound pretentious, but I believe I'm a conduit. I'm a vessel, in the sense, even while I'm coming up with music, I don't necessarily sit down with a pen and write and then make the music.
Yes.
I think about the music, and then I go to sleep, and then it comes to me in my dreams. That's how I write music.
You're giving me MJ
it's
story vibes.
No.
Oh my goodness.
So same thing with performance. I don't pre-plan my moves. I let myself be a vessel within the moment. It puts less pressure on me. I don't have to think about what I've planned. I'm in the moment, and I'm free flowing. Yeah, that's how I approach it.
So when you're doing rehearsals, you just do the voice, that's it?
I do the voice. I also, mostly rehearse for the guitarist's sake or for the instrumentalist's sake, so that they know that when this point comes,
like the vocal
when I do this or when this point comes, you know that you're going to change the key or something of the sort. So it's more for coordination and to also get into the spirit of the performance. But I try to have a free flow. Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You've collaborated with artists like Matt Travers. Is that the pronunciation?
Yeah.
Cadness, is that a pronunciation?
Yeah, Cadness. Cadness is a Turkish EDM artist, electronic dance music artist.
Oh, wow.
He does these European tours, and I contacted him, and then we did a song together. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How have those collaborations, how have they impacted your music?
So one thing about collaborations is you tap into your collaborators' fan base.
Okay.
So because when the song is both on your Spotify profile and on theirs, the fans end up flocking onto your fans. So now when you check my Spotify fans, if you have back-end access, you realize that I have fans from Istanbul in Turkey or fans from Kenya or South Africa because you've collaborated with people in these different places. So yes, that's the major thing. You end up tapping into their fan bases. That's been the major benefit. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, you've talked about having rich concepts and projects, and you're talking about like your the networks that you want to tap into. Tell us more about that philosophy and that vibe that you usually talk about.
So my approach to music is conceptual. I view music as a chance to infuse many other elements within my art. It's like a container for me.
Yes.
And so what collaboration does is it enables you to also tap into how other people think about music conceptually. And how that applies to where I'm going is I see myself exploring my environment a little bit more, especially the time that I've been around. I mean, it's not like I'm new to Uganda. For goodness sake, I did my high school here and everything. But I feel like your environment affects the music that you write. And I hope to grow more in terms of how I express my environment in my music. And I hope people are more receptive. We are crafting more strategies of audience acquisition to bring in audiences and stuff, and people are being responsive. That's the next stage of what I'm doing to gain more people from broader backgrounds.
Wow, let's talk about the people, that is those individuals that really influence your music.
Okay.
Imagine, right? Imagine you had maybe like 20 minutes with one particular person that would influence your music. Who would that be?
A living person, right?
Yes, a living person.
Okay.
It could even be a
late. Ugandan or generally? Kind of a local one and a generally?
Let's do local and then international.
Okay. So, locally, I think I'd be very curious to speak to Maurice Kiria. The reason why I'd be curious to speak to him, even beyond the music itself, is he's a master of narrative. He's perfected how to craft an image, how to add an exclusivity to himself that he can spend the year without, he's always busy, but he can take some time off and he comes back and he still commands the same kind of attention. He's crafted out his space. So I admire how he commands a narrative around himself, how he has placed an exclusivity on himself. And that's something I would be very keen to speak about. So that's for the local part.
Yes.
For the international part, really many. So I'm a fan of, they call it white people music. So I'm a big fan of rock music, avant-garde and all kinds of music. And there's a band called Radiohead. I am a massive, massive fan. So the frontman is called Tom York. He's an Englishman. I've been close to meeting him. I haven't met him in person. But he makes music. He doesn't care if audiences don't gravitate immediately to the music. He knows you'll catch up because he knows that he knows he's ahead of you. And he makes this experimental music that's rich both conceptually and sonically. It's really inspiring. Many a time artists follow along with the social temperature so that they can be able to gain finances, you know. If people, if this is a trend, let me join it to make money of it, you know. But Thom Yorke he's set his own template, and I admire that about him.
Wow. Wow. Talking about someone setting their own template. It's hard. Because sometimes you feel like you want to go into something that someone else has already set. But again, there is this thing of yours you have, and sometimes you feel like you want to deny it. And I think it's hard. It's hard to, you know, I don't know. But when it comes to the Ugandan music, how do you think, as someone who has been in the diaspora, how do you think Ugandan music is perceived outside of Uganda?
It has some good representatives and some not so. I mean, it depends on your opinion. But there's some Ugandan music that is actually like fun fact. The Ugandans who are celebrated in certain underground scenes in the UK and in other places, yet they are not known at home.
So sad.
It's funny. Some artists have had some support and they prioritize these niche markets. So someone comes to the UK and he performs at some underground cellar. And he has people show up and a devoted fan base, but people at home don't know them. Because of priorities, they've set themselves to do that. So yes, there's Ugandans that are doing some pretty cool stuff. I do know some Ugandans who make dance music or electronic music like Afro Rock, or some other people. Then, okay, so the question is two-way. So there's two types of Ugandans and how they're perceived outside. There's Ugandans who go to, say, the UK and still perform to Ugandans there. So they are still performing to Ugandans just in another place.
Another country.
And then there are Ugandans who appeal to youth. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So depending on your perception, there's people with a niche audience there. There's also Ugandans who are just breaking through, and when they go, you know, they're just performing to fellow Ugandans. Nigerians have sort of opened the way with that Afrobeats thing. African music is more received currently. So yeah, there's these people who, you know, are doing some lovely stuff, and then there's the general people really who once in a while go there. So it's opening up. It's opening up, and once one is strategic, you just need the right people to help you tap into the right audience. But I'd say there's some good music that's perceived with respect in the context of Europe.
That's inspiring. Number one, it's encouraging. For, I don't know if there's any creative or an artist listening out there, but keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on pushing. It may not be as usual. In Uganda, it may not be someone that is viewed as really, like, your music may be seen as, you know, it's not that much of a big deal. But someone out there, outside of Uganda, could be very interested in what you do. And so we are coming to that last bit. I'm afraid time, as usual. Time has been an enemy for so long. But thank God, you know. I'm so grateful anyway. We are coming to our last segment, and we just had a lot to talk about. Time. I think we shall. I don't know if you can.
It's okay. I can
come
make
again.
Time. I can make time.
Wow, that would be amazing. So we're going to, you know, this last segment. But before we go to the last segment, I would kindly request that you speak to a creative out there or an artist, a music artist out there who is feeling down. They feel like their music, no one understands their music, no one sees their music. They want to feel seen, they want to have a platform so they can put out what has been boiling inside of them. Please say something to them and encourage them.
No, I'd say that it can be lonely out there, artistically speaking, especially when your inspiration is divergent, not the common kind. But hang in there, carry on, because it's not by mistake that you have that artistic dream within you, you know. So maybe just a word of advice is, not everyone is going to be mainstream. Not everyone is going to do stuff at some grand level, but there's space for all of us. You know, I've seen that because I make niche music and still I know the space for it. You might benefit from seeking out a few support projects. They do exist. And whether it be talent mentors, whether it be people within creative spaces that merge multiple art forms, and also have an emotional support system, whether it be your family, have people with whom you bounce off some stress every time you feel a little bit lonely within the artistic field, and hang in there. That's all I could say, really. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. We are going to have a small game.
Okay.
It's called Fun and Fiery.
Okay.
Nothing too extravagant. Nothing
No
too,
problem. No problem.
So let's just begin.
Yeah.
So with Fun and Fiery,
Yeah.
let me just ask questions and then you answer them like instinctively, without thinking too much.
Okay.
So what's the one word your friends would use to describe you in studio?
Riotous.
Right. Like I'm just seeing your performance and I'm like, oh, that fits it.
Yeah.
If your music were a film, what genre would it be and who would play you?
A film, huh?
Yes.
A psychological thriller.
Oh.
And I think I'd be
Denzel?
no, not Denzel. Liam Neeson, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Coffee or tea while writing your lyrics?
Tea.
Tea. Oh, I thought you were going to say coffee.
No.
You're from, those countries.
I have issues with coffee and caffeine and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's one song you wish you had written and why?
Oh, yeah. Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. It's an old song, but it's grand. And the lyrics are larger than life.
Wow.
I wish I'd come up with it. Yeah.
Wow. There's a song that you would love to. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive.
Anywhere in the world?
Yes, anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Who would it be and what would the song sound like?
I would collaborate with a band called Muse. And the song would be heavy and guitar oriented and heavy and catchy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Something that is
dancey but still guitar oriented.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So we're going to just go into when people listen to Kezrod's music, what emotions or realization do you hope stays with them afterwards?
I hope that they're more taken by the words than just the sound, because I invest as much time in the words as the sound. Moreover, the words carry more meaning than the sound. I don't want to waste my time writing them and no one pays it. I mean, people are paying attention, but I wish they give it as much attention as the sound.
Yes. Or they don't just enjoy like you. They're like, oh my goodness, you have a
vibe.
But also they're like, when you sing, I felt energized. Oh, wow. How do you see your art contributing to conversations around mental health and emotional wellness in your life?
I see my art. First of all, I didn't say this, and I don't know if it's the perfect time to say it. Yeah. Mental health is a heavy subject to me, and I'm very glad to be discussing it.
Yes.
I'm on the autistic spectrum. I'm a high functioning autist. Also, I'm dyspraxic. I have developmental coordination disorder.
Yes.
I have lots of other issues. I hope that when people see me making art, they know that even people who have overcome lots of mental constraints can go ahead and make some really compelling art. As a matter of fact, sometimes that's the fuel for making this art. I hope that's what I leave with them.
Actually, you talking about, autism and because in Uganda there is so much ignorance about it. Can you tell someone out there, to especially someone who's struggling with it, how they can handle it, how can they deal with it, how can they deal with it?
So there's autism is a large thing. It's a spectrum. There's low functioning autists. Those ones, they can even be non-verbal, like they can't talk or they're drilling or something of the sort. So with that, really, it's less of what you can do with it and what your caretakers can do with it. Because if you can't even speak or you can't handle yourself, so that's that's a different case. And I feel sorry because I've seen some people like that firsthand. So that's low functioning autism. High functioning autism, or what used to be called Asperger's syndrome, is yes, you can function, you can have a semblance of a social life or something, but still people still sometimes they make comments like the guy is weird. Like they can't seem to understand what's happening with you. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you don't know how to decipher emotion or how to, sometimes you don't look at people in the eye or something of the sort. Different things, really. I'm oversimplifying it, but it's still equally a struggle.
Yes.
I'd say one of the major things that people do is called masking. Masking is trying to look like a normal person.
Yes.
Well, I said normal. What should I say? Regular. Okay, like a regular person.
Yeah, yeah.
By experience, I'd say some things people say that don't leave you the same. Like people saying things like, "Why are you so weird?" Or when you don't know how to express yourself in social situations, or when it even affects like your life, like your planning or your social life or stuff.
What's that? Confidence.
Yeah, your confidence and different. So that's the high functioning stuff. I'd say, first of all, know what the most important thing in your life is. Don't place so much stake in social relationships.
Yes.
Have an emotional support system, like a family, on which you bounce these emotions onto.
Yes, yes.
And also take things at a time, because they can be overwhelming. Sometimes you can be overstimulated. Take things at a time, but most of all, have an emotional support system, because people, you can't go it alone. Whether you're on the spectrum or not, and we all can't go it alone. So have an emotional support system. And also, regulate yourself and know yourself. Self-awareness is key.
Self-awareness, that is very important, because sometimes you can struggle with something. Because for me, when I was dealing with mental health, for me it was depression. I was like, what's this? The moment I got to realize this, when I got diagnosed, like it clicked, a bulb switched on. I'm like, it felt lighter. I felt as being seen.
Because now you knew what it was.
You're aware. Wow, that's what, I don't know, should do an awareness project.
We should. We should,
Okay. What do you want your younger self or another struggling creative to know about patience, growth and self-worth?
I want them to know that as long as you feel you're convinced this is what you're supposed to be doing, if you go at it hard enough and constantly, you'll break through.
Wow.
So just continue going. This sounds like some motivational talk.
It is, and it's okay.
But to be honest with you, if you're persuaded this is what you're supposed to be doing, and you keep going in that direction, something's got to give. You will break through.
Yes, and I got to realize that sometimes when you have this push, that internal push to do something, if you don't do it, you stay miserable.
So
it's
true.
You can as well the ocean and learn to swim. Like, at least I failed. So that's what I usually tell people. Once you feel something, fall into the deep ocean, and then,
because you won't be at peace if you don't. So you might as well.
You might as well do it, and then you're like, whenever it keeps on, you're like, but I tried. So but finally, before finally, what as you prepare for Nyege Nyege Festival, what can your fans expect from your live set this year?
It's gonna be a vibe. I'm gonna have fun. And as a result, they'll also have fun.
You're gonna have like makeup, that weird African, beard tinted.
No. I certainly I'm gonna look interesting, but but I'm gonna have fun, and they will have fun.
Wow.
And just generally, let them pull up, because the festival is usually a vibe.
Let's come ready. Let's come ready. Finally, what's next for Kesrod, and how you envision your evolution in the next chapter?
Kesrod is going to be touring a lot.
Wow.
I'm beginning with Europe. We're setting out a strategy from Brussels and to other places. We're looking at even some other places, both regionally and also on other continents and stuff. So I'm going to tour a lot. I'm going to be releasing music, a full-length album every year. That's what I'm looking at.
Wow.
Touring, releasing music. Also, after I'm done with the project that's coming up, I'm gonna be open to collaborations. For now, the project that's coming out is primarily myself, but I'm gonna do a whole lot of collaborations after that. But touring
all over Europe or even locally.
Well, locally, I would have to curate the people I'm collaborating with. But yeah, certainly I will have to do a lot of synergies with a number of people. Yeah, so touring, a full-length album every year, and more fun. My goodness, my upcoming project has some gems, huh?
Yeah. That should be the goal,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Kesbron.
Yeah.
It has been amazing.
Yeah.
First and foremost, because of the rain, I was stressed. I'm feeling lighter. I'm feeling, it's been such a pleasure, having a conversation.
And, you're a good conversationalist. I haven't even realized time was going by, you know?
Time has flown by.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being around today.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation today, because today has been phenomenal. It has been, I don't know, I think the Queen of England should get for me some new words to express how I am feeling grateful and, proud of this moment today. Please, Kesbron, you say your last goodbyes, and then we can say the hello. Together.
Hey, so it's been a blast. I've had fun. I love this format, and I love that this is around mental health and supporting people within that realm.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and I appreciate this.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.